Alright, also today I wanted to make a very quick video to give you my thoughts on some recent Marvel related Avengers and Doomsday related news. And I'm in Deadpool right there. So the first thing I want to talk about is Deadpool. So a while back, Ryan Reynolds teased an image of an Avengers symbol with an anarchy over it, and that basically hinted, I mean, unless maybe it could be an X-Force tease, which I don't see that being the case, that Deadpool's going to be in the new Avengers movie, which I was totally down for. Well, there's been now some trades officially saying that Deadpool is going to be in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars. Now, there's also been some other trades saying that's not the case. So there's a bit of a misinformation kind of going around, and I'm not exactly sure what's true, but I mean, some of the trades that are officially saying that Deadpool is going to be in the Avengers movie, I'm just kind of taking them by their word. My opinion of it, very exciting. I don't expect Deadpool to play a major part in these movies, though. I feel like he's probably just gonna make a cameo appearance, maybe crack some jokes. I don't know, maybe appear in some battles. Like I said, I don't think his role is gonna be that huge in the movie. But I feel like I said, this movie, since it's dealing with a bunch of multiverse stuff, it would be perfect for Deadpool to be in a scenario like that. I'm sure he's not going to be cursing and stuff. It's going to be more of a neutered Deadpool, which, I mean, it's fine. It's not a deal breaker for me. I'm just really excited to see Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool in Avengers movie, and it's glad to hear that in some trades it's officially happening. Now for some other news. More, I guess, concerning news. There's been rumors going around that the production of Doomsday right now, because they're currently shooting the movie, is going through some issues. There's some massive egos on set, some eternal creative decisions, behind the scenes drama. So Robert Downey Jr., right, we all know that he's going to be playing Doctor Doom in this new movie. Still, I think it's a very risky move, but he's getting paid like a lot of money to come back. I think he's getting paid like $50 million or something. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just an insane amount of money. But he's coming back to do this movie, and there's some scoopers and like people online saying that apparently there's some drama with him. You know, he's been kind of dictating things on set, allegedly. He's been ordering rewrites. He's just kind of got a big ego on his shoulder, and that might be hampering the movie's quality. They pointed to an instance where apparently they were shooting scenes with Doctor Doom, and like they had a stand-in actor to do all the scenes in the suit, like a double for his like physical performance and a double for his face, which that's wild to me, a double for his face. And they allegedly, Robert Downey Jr. saw this. He didn't like the dude's performance for whatever reason and decided to reshoot all of those scenes with Doom with himself in there, like in the costume. And this has caused some issues on set, and the reporter, or whoever reported this, is kind of comparing this set of Avengers Doomsday to the Fast and Furious movies, where there's massive egos. You got The Rock, Vin Diesel, all of that. So my quick thoughts on all of this. I think some of this is true, probably, but I do think some of this, personally, it just seems a bit exaggerated, because, number one, Robert Downey Jr. coming back was always going to be a big gamble. And part of his contract was actually getting the Russos to come back and do the movie. So the Russos have worked with Robert many times before on Marvel movies. So I would assume they would have a good working relationship. So when I hear things like he has a massive ego on set, I mean, I'm sure that like a part of that is true. The guy's getting paid $50 million to come back. But I mean, like I said, I don't think it's entirely true. He's working with people that he's worked with previously on past Marvel movies to great success. So I think personally it's a bit maybe exaggerated. About the stand-in thing, I mean, that could be true, but even then, like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just an actor being really critical and very careful with his performance on screen, and I think it's fine. I mean, if he wants to do everything with himself in the suit, I think it's fine. My only problem with it is maybe, like, with the more intense action sequences, maybe get a stand-in for those scenes, just because, those are more physical, intensive, scenes, right? And no offense, but Robert Downey Jr. is quite old. I'm not entirely sure if he can do all that stuff. Not disrespect to the man or anything, but just saying. And um, the idea that maybe the set's being compared to Fast and Furious, I'm not exactly sure how to feel about all that. And like I said, all this is not going to matter if the movie comes out and actually it's really good. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping that some of these things, I feel like a lot of these claims are really exaggerated. I don't entirely believe them. And I don't know, like I said, it is a little bit concerning if it's, like I said, this is actually all true, but hopefully it's not. And I do think personally, it feels like a lot of these claims are over exaggerated, but who knows? Obviously, there's a lot riding on Avengers Doomsday to be successful, and Marvel and Disney got a lot riding on it. And this film's also going to be a massively budgeted film, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But just kind of want to give you my quick thoughts on some Marvel related news. Hope you all have a nice day. Peace.